Hello everybody, Dante's Game Room back with another quick video. I was just gonna ink something real quick while I talk about a few things. Um, and then I'll come back and color it or whatever. I've been designing characters for this comic book um, that I'm writing. And these are some of the characters in the book, but I gotta ink like some of my just come up with rough ideas. But for color patterns and how I want the look of the book to look like. I figure I'd talk about some other stuff. Um, Show went good this weekend. I turned on my son. The Von Bombers have fallen apart. It's going to set up my retirement, hopefully. If my son's man enough to beat me. If not, I'm going to have to, retire him as it goes. If you can't, there's only enough room in the industry for one of us at a time, and if he can't put me out to pasture, I'm gonna put him out to pasture. At least make him earn it. Pretty serious about wrestling, and I want him to, know it. But I love him. I just want to go out and have some of my final matches with my son. I also want to travel the world before I go. There's this place I think it's in Uganda. It's like soft ground wrestling. I really like to wrestle there. I've already left them a little note. They seem pretty welcoming. I like to get my stuff together and go wrestle for them. I really like what they're doing out there, and it looks really fun. Beautiful, beautiful backgrounds. And I always want to go to that country and go to Africa. And to be able to wrestle while I'm there, that's just the topping on the cake. So I really like to do that, but I got to plan things out. But yeah, I'd like to do that. Also, I'd like to wrestle in Japan before, maybe this year. Like I said, I want to retire this year, but if it runs into next year, that's fine too. I mean, I'm a grandpa. My son's having twin granddaughters. I want to stay at home and help take care of them and play with them and be able to play with my other granddaughter at least. And he can go out there and, um, you know, wrestle and take over the family business. Kicking butts and taking names. Um, but anyway, I got some guys coming over to train in the ring this Saturday. If you guys want me to film some of that, let me know. And we're going to be doing some shows for this new federation, and I'll let you know about the channel and everything to watch that. But if you want to watch me wrestle right now, the only place you can watch me wrestle is is Amplified Wrestling, and Enterprise Pro Wrestling. We have a new show coming out. The show that I wrestled this weekend should be on YouTube, on Amplified and Enterprise Wrestling's YouTube channel, with pretty shortly. It usually takes them a week or two to edit it. They're a good bunch of guys. They do everything by themselves. It's a family business. I really enjoy being part of their company. It's one of the reasons why, I don't mind traveling that far, because it's 2 or 3 states away from where I'm usually at. But it's a good kid, and I want to help him as much as I can before I retire. Um, you know, And he's about my son's age, as a matter of fact. They're around the same age. Like he's only 2 years older, I think, than my son. His name's Mike Hess, and it's Amplified Pro Wrestling. And then I got my other son, Kayfabe. He just looks incredibly like me. In fact, another wrestler, Sick, and when he first saw me, he was like, "You know what? He looks a lot like, Van Hansen." And every time we see each other, we still joke about, me being his dad, because I do have a child I've never got to see that is actually his age, and I was like, man, he really could be my biological son. And the thing is like I knew his dad, so um, like I know I'm not his, but it could, like he looks that much like me. It was freaky, and like I said, sickened. As soon as he saw me, he was like, "Man, you look." And when I got to see him, I was like, I didn't expect somebody to look that much like me. And I was like, sure enough, no, he definitely looks like me. um, and so, um, but anyway, that's just a funny story. At least I find it's funny. Uh, but so I'm making this character. He's a vampire hunter for the new comp. It's this actually. I say it's actually an old comic book. I've worked on a bunch and made other issues of or whatever. But this is the new coming out of it and the new issue and stuff like that. And like I guess I've finally been talked into doing bigger stuff and because I have a full digital and like traditional comic book studio. I'm a professional wrestler. I'm a musician. Drawing comics full time and I've been building up stuff so I can put a bunch of stuff out at once, and then give me time to work on more stuff to release it, because I do everything by myself. Write it, draw it, I sketch it, I ink it, I color it, I letter it. So it's just literally I do everything by myself. So I usually keep it very personal, like put like like these mini comic books. I've got like some like coloring books and stuff like this, like Tall Tales. I like to do like this is one of them. This is Dead of the Class, and these are the covers for them. And like that was like one of the covers for, or it was like a coloring thing for one of the things, but bunch of characters. Like Tall Tales is like a cartoony. It actually stands for Teenage Wasteland. Tales, but Tall Tales because everybody talks about Glory Dales making stuff up, or embellishing, or just reminiscing about their youth and having a good time, and So it's just tales of my friends. We had a group of friends. It was a large group of like counterculture, like kids. It was emo before emo, but it's like like a lot of the girls in like that in my high school like went on to be like those scene queens, whatever that is. I never really understood it, but they had like beehives and they looked like monster characters, but like pretty and cute and stuff. Like it was like Monster High or something. I don't know how to describe it, but the funny stories of growing up in the '90s and '80s, being a teenager and or a preteen in those years, and before the internet and how life was. It's just that's what Tall Tales about. And then like Dead of the Class, it's just a cartoony zombie thing. But this is from Demons and Angels, and it's just like it's like I don't want it's, it's it's like a whole universe. Like I try to incorporate. It's very complicated, but there's ongoing themes, storylines, and characters. And this is Peyton Morrison. He's the main character. He's I don't. I'm like I said, I'm gonna be putting these comic books out, and I want people to read them. And as I create them, like I'll tell the story more, and like I might like create the Bible like a live video or these type of videos. But in the city, it's a walled city. It's called Mega City, Mecca City, and there's different neighborhoods like Angel City, New Angeles, New Haven, Clio, like different neighborhoods. Section 8, or not? It was, no, Sector 8. Section 8 is totally different, but it's kind of like, because it's where the like lower income and stuff, where they hoard really close, dirty, and like the projects, and then outside the Whitty, there's like the wastelands, and then there's the deadlands that are even worse than the wastelands. It's like a combination of like Judge Dredd, like 2000 AD lore, and like other, like The Crow, and like other, kind of aesthetics. It's kind of like an amalgamation of all my favorite stuff with like my own stories, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. There's a demon, there's a hunting guild, and there's like a certain vampire family or coven that, but it's, the vampires aren't like there's good vampires, there's bad vampires. It's a whole, there's demons, there's a whole magical world. There's a private, like Braddock Rhodes started off in this comic book, and he's a supernatural detective. Anyway, I'm rambling on about stuff. Like I'll talk more about it or whatever as I do stuff. But I got a lot of wrestling to do to finish up, and then the stories to tell there, and then stories to tell in my comic books. So I'll try to be making more videos. My son's gonna help collaborate on some stuff with me too, because it's just too much stuff for me to do all the time by myself. So, and like I said, I own, like, there's a couple businesses I run, so, and own, but I want to get the comic book studio and the entertainment studio and the production company up and running, and so, like, in a good team behind it, so I can go focus on other, creative stuff. I like to do more stunt work in like movies and stuff like that, and like I'm gonna be also, this is the 15th year, it's a big year for me, of my album 27. It's the 15-year anniversary, so I'm gonna be doing a small tour during the spring and summertime, called Falling Into Empty, and at the end, there's gonna be another small tour, like film, and it's gonna be called Under the Midnight Sun. And it's gonna span like one's just gonna be 27 album, like played through and through the shows, but the other one's gonna span my entire career, like even bands I was in like the 90s, and I'm gonna try to get some of my old band members together, and we're gonna have a big show. It might be at my friend's birthday party, it might be like at a nightclub in DC, I don't know, or it might, or like but that's gonna be like a kind of just like a thank you to everybody for buying, or supporting my music, and just following me over the years, because I'm getting too old to sing. My voice is changing to the point where and some of the stuff is so technical to sing that I actually just can't, my voice can't keep up with it anymore. But I'm running out of time on my video, and I don't want to waste it all just talking about everything. Hi, honey. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I'm making a video real quick. Is it a package I bought for you, or is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I'll end the video. Anyway, I gotta go see if my son got something in the mail that I got him. But until next time, Dante's Gamer, I'm out, and bye bye.